It's your brother man coming to you guys live from the NY back with another one of this hood news with your brother Junes. You know I came to bring you the truth, nothing to leave you confused. Hope everybody's having a good one. Shout out to all those that's been tuning in. Shout out to my moderators, everybody that's been supporting, giving the feedback, positive, negative, all things is respected. We gonna jump straight into it, man. We gotta talk about the Jam Master Jay story, man. Damn. Now, for those that don't know who Jam Master Jay is, Jam Master Jay was one of the originators for the hip hop trio. Can't call it a duo, the trio of Run-DMC. He was well renowned. He was making his money doing what he do, but you know, things went wrong and his life is no longer here, is long gone. But news got out. For those that don't know, he was gunned down. His death was a mystery. Some people said it was unsolved. Other people knew what was going on. But according to what's being said in the streets, people was afraid to speak because of the people that did it. And the sad thing is, the people that did it was close relatives. Another incident of a Judas taking place, where it be the ones that's close to you that put the slug in you. You heard? And in this circumstances, it was his godson and another best friend. When you hear long-time friend, that is a best friend. And he was gunned down in his studio, execution style. That's what makes it crazy to me. He was executed, and these dudes had the audacity to act like nothing ever happened. But we gonna get straight into the article. We gonna get straight into the article. This is hood news. I don't want to get my say until we finish. You know what I'm saying? So let's dive into this. Let me share my screen with you guys. Hold on, make sure this is up to par. Okay, all right. So this is Jam Master Jay, man. One of the pioneers when it comes to hip hop. And for you young boys who don't know who Jam Master Jay is, man, you guys got a lot of homework to do. You understand? But Jam Master Jay, man, there he is. Jam Master Jay. Let me move it a little bit over here. Cool. Jam Master Jay's godson and longtime friend found guilty of his 2002 murder. 2002. That man been dead for a long period of time. 28 years, I believe. Let's read. And this is from Complex Magazine. Shout out to Mark Elbert. Sound like a Kazar, but you know what they do. But it says 2 men has been found guilty in the 2002 murder of Run-DMC's Jam Master Jay, putting an end to a case that's been under investigation for 2 decades. That means 20 years. On Thursday, a federal jury charged Karl Jordan Jr., Master Jay's godson, with firing the bullet that killed the hip-hop icon, while prosecutors stated Ronald Washington, the DJ's longtime friend, helped orchestrate the murder in response to being left out of a drug deal. Both men were indicted in 2020. So this is the drug deal gone wrong. Listen, let me tell you guys something. The streets have no love. That's why Biggie said family and drugs don't mix. It's like 2 dicks. Find yourself in some serious ish. Okay? It says The guilty verdicts came after prosecutors called 35 witnesses to the stand, while the defense only called one in a 3-week long trial. Jordan and Washington each face a minimum sentence of 20 years in prison, but they will be able to fight the verdict in 2 stages, one with a judge and the other in federal appeal court. Jam Master Jay's murder occurred at his music studio in Queens, New York in October 2002. The investigation stood as one of the biggest unsolved murders in hip-hop history, alongside the killings of Tupac and the notorious B.I.G. Now, we all know why Tupac and Biggie murders ain't solved. That's another topic in itself. If you guys want me to talk about that, let me know. While there were witnesses who saw the murder in the studio, charges weren't filed until August 2020. According to prosecutors, Jay started selling drugs to support himself and his family once Run-DMC popularity died down. Washington and Jordan were also involved, along with a third person, Jay Bryant, whose trial begins in 2026. So there's 3 people inside my brother man's destruction. It says 2 witnesses, Yorel, Tony, Rincon, and Lydia High, who witnessed the killing, gave testimonies that helped land the guilty verdict. Rincon identified both Washington and Jordan while stating the latter was the gunman. That latter was the gunman. High identified Washington and stated he had partnered up with an unknown shooter. Both Recon and High said they didn't speak on what they saw out of fear of retaliation. So these 2 individuals spoke up and basically allowed these people to be caught and put to jail. Allowed these people to be caught and put to jail. Now, let's just start off with the convictions and what these people should be facing. Now, for me, just being from the hood, and I know how the hood goes, you reap what you sow. When you enter the drug gang, there's really no type of remorse. I get that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I got out of it when I started feeling those, you know what I'm saying? When I started seeing that the gang life and the easy money, the fast money was causing friction. It was causing friction between me and my son and my other homie. And then it got to the point I was like, nah. See? Let me gracefully bow out. And not only did I gracefully bow out, I let this is money that I put up front. You feel me? But sometimes you gotta take a loss. You gotta take a loss. So the verdict and the convictions of these brothers, what they were sentenced with, for me personally, due to the fact that this is someone's godson, your godson, that means your best friend, somebody you grew up with, said, I want you to be the godfather of this child right here. And this child grows up. You put him in a position to win. You put him in a position to get money. And from what I read and what word going on in the hood is, son was a knucklehead. Son was messing with the bag. He was messing with the money. He was making things hot. So him being a profile individual, he had to cut those ties. And as you can see, homie got mad. When homie should have seen it as, yo, this is my god pops. You know what? F him. I'm going to do what I got to do, whatever. Or speak to him and say, listen, you don't want me into the drug gang. Let me establish something else. Run a business, do this, do that, where the money can be washed and clean. And I'm not saying selling drugs is the way, but I'm just trying to find a reason. Like you always got to find a reason. Like, why couldn't this approach happen? But at the same time, when you in the drug gang, when the money comes fast, when anything becomes a stumbling block or a bumper, you trying to, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But 20 years, I think the godson, and this is just me, I think the godson is worthy of the death penalty. Because you killed the iconic person, because you killed the iconic person in his home, in his workplace, because you killed the man execution style. You didn't even like shoot him in his leg and let him bled out. You shot him in the head. You deserve execution for that. Period. Now, the other two brothers, I don't know. But the one that pulled the trigger and put two into this man's head, tie him up and had him on his knees, yeah, you need the death penalty. Because that man watched you grow up. That man fed you. That man brought you into a lifestyle. Yes, it was wrong, but he brought you into a lifestyle and made you see money that you ain't never seen before in your life. And that didn't matter because you put a piece of paper over a man who did so much for you. So, yeah, death penalty. So what can we learn from this, people? Let me put this back. What can we learn from this? What you're gonna learn is simple. There's no love in this game. There's no love in the streets. I remember when me and my little brother used to hustle together, and I had to step away. Like, nah, I can't do it with you, bro. Because again, situations like that occur. You know, you start making bread, you start connecting, you start becoming big, and it comes with the territory. See, me, I'm so far ahead that when I see that, I gracefully bow out. I bow out because certain things is just not meant to get to the point where there's friction. And even with that, me and my brother, even like I said, that caused me and my brother to not even have the communications that we used to have. Like, my little brother used to be like my road dog. Wherever I was, my little brother was. Wherever my little brother was, I was. When he went to go do his basketball and stuff like that, you know, I let him do that. But when it comes to the block and holding it down, like, nah, my brother was always with me. But when you enter this drug game, the devil takes control. And when he takes control, you won't know that he's driving your car until you crash or you dead. That's the hood news for you guys. That's the hood news. Take this information, understand money, drugs, and family does not mix. It never works. It will never work. And selling drugs is never the option. Take the street mentality, invest it into stock. Shout out to the stock trapper. Follow his method. There's a lot of brothers that's out now that's showing brothers and sisters how to get to the money legally without jeopardizing not only yourself, your community, your family. Because when you're gone and you are in jail, you leave an innocent young boy and girl to figure it out on their own. And you don't want another man to come in the situation to teach them and become something that you was meant to be, and that was their parent. It's your brother, man. Support the movement. You know what it is, man. the hood news, you know, it's your brother Jones, you heard? And I'ma holler at y'all. One.